you would always want to be on the side of having good credit.
Do you think it pays to have good credit? This whole idea of this 6 to 7% interest rate on homes today, I think a lot of us, including myself, someone who personally purchased a home when interest rates were 2 to 3%, and now had to purchase a brand new home 4 months ago, when the rates are double what it was a few years ago. Man, homes these days are not cheap, right? A
Yeah.
lot of people argue that it saves them money to rent versus owning right now, because like I said, you have property tax, insurance, repairs, upgrades that you like to do to the home, versus rent. If something breaks in a home, 9 times out of 10 the landlord or the apartment complex or condo community, whatever, they fix it for you for free. But a lot of people argue that buying a home versus renting is really no big difference, when years ago renting used to be considered stupid. Renting used to be a
Yeah.
waste of money. In today's world, it's like what and what, because you're paying 6 to 7% interest on a $400,000 home. That's over 2,000, or probably over $2,500 a month, almost 3 grand a month, versus someone can just pay $2,200 for a 4 bedroom home in whichever area that they may live in. And if something breaks with the home or something needs repair work, they can at least get that repaired from the landlord for free. So, a lot of people are against the whole idea of having a 6 to 7% rate, because man, it's just so much more interest going towards banks these days, and then the homes are just getting more expensive. How do you feel about the market and the current interest rates today? Do you think people should just instantly jump on home buying right now just because they fixed their credit, and just because they're brainwashed into thinking that buying a home is successful? Do you think that is a smart idea for them to just immediately jump away from their rent lease and jump right into a mortgage? Do you think that is realistic?
I think that's situational basis, depending
Yeah,
on, your finances, for one or whatever, right?
perfect.
So basically, that, that's number one, But I mean, if you have a job and you making decent money and you comfortable paying rent and you know that you could afford a house note, then I would
Yep.
ask that person, what you want to live for now or later? You know what I mean?
Mm,
Because if you saving that money now, that's cool and all, but in the long run, where it's going to lead to,
yep.
you're still always paying this rent or whatever. And like I say,
Yep.
when my clients typically they buy a house at these these interest rates or whatever,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to go down. We know the market fluctuate, but I one of the things I always coach is, hey, just make sure that you stand on top of this house note and you keeping your credit good, because if the market crash, where they have a time where they are offering refinances, such as like COVID time,
Hmm.
they were basically giving houses away with the interest rates we had. Maybe we won't see that again. You know what I mean?
Right. Who
But
knows?
at the end of the day, it's all of that is situational basis.
Right.
Where you see yourself at. Do you want a house that's paid off, or do you want to pay rent for the rest of your life? You know what I
There you
mean?
go.
You saving money now, but later on down the line, 30 years from now, you could have had got all this over with. So,
Right.
and then, when you really think about it, like when you're renting, um, I have a house for rent, and I preach to the people that rent my house, you could get your own house one day, you know what I mean? But
Hmm.
when you're renting or whatever, you thinking that you don't have to worry about fixing this or whatever, right? Like fixing this issue and that issue or whatever. But to be honest, you actually paying for that issue to get fixed
Right. Right.
when you're really thinking about it, Um,
Hmm.
but like I said, man, that's all situational basis. I think everybody's shoes is different. You need to do what's best for you. But I always preach getting a house, because at the end of the day, either the interest rates they'll drop again or they're not getting any lower.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be stuck for the rest of your
Right.
life till you rent,
Right.
Because at the end of the day, then I rather preach a 50-year mortgage than not having, well, not really, because I rather pay rent for 50 years, because
Hey,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I rather pay rent for 50 years, but you get what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, yeah. 50-year mortgage, that's a
Yeah,
50-year
yeah.
rent
Yeah,
payment, you know.
that's why I say like 50-year mortgage. I mean, nah, you know what? I didn't even
Yeah.
think about that option till I just said it just now. But no, I rather rent. I rather rent
Yeah.
than take a
Yeah.
50-year mortgage.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
but yeah, man, you just really gotta, write your finances down and see what's best for you. But I
Hmm.
preach getting a house, man.
Yeah, I mean, if
Um,
it's something that eventually eliminates the most expensive thing that you pay every single month, regardless if the rates are 3%, 5%, or 12%,
yeah,
eventually, if it's going to be paid off in 15, 30 years, 15, 20, 30 years, then that is going to save you in the long run, versus renting and renting and renting until you're 80 years old, opposed to paying off a mortgage in your 50s, and then you have all these other years to save up for retirement, investment
mhm,
accounts, stocks and index funds, mutual funds, whatever the case is. You have all this extra opportunity to dump 100% of your money, or at least 100% of your available money in investments that's going to set you up for retirement, opposed to paying a mortgage or paying rent, in your 60s and 70s and things
yeah.
like that, when you should have already had some of that money saved up.
Oh yeah, man.
Yep.
But yeah, but most
Yeah.
definitely, man. Another thing is like I also preach about, man. If you could, like him as humans, babies, kids, everybody, we adjust to our lifestyle, right?
Hmm.
So I even suggest like if you could make enough money to pay a 15-year mortgage and be comfortable,
Yeah.
go ahead and do it, because what you did was you set a different goal for yourself. And
Right.
once you start making, that and paying that mortgage on time, that become normal. You know what I
Right.
mean? That note become normal. That mortgage become normal. And
Right.
after 15 years, oh my God, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, like if I did that right now, I mean, if I started that, I'd be 40, maybe 42 if I did 15 years.
Yeah.
And I have a house paid off.
Right.
That's the
Absolutely.
biggest expense.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You
um no,
you know,
I follow you.
and like when we live like that, man, I feel like we have chains on us. You know what I mean? Like you
Hmm.
kind of, if you make this job, I don't want to say you're a slave to the job. I don't want to use that term, but at
Yeah.
the end of the day, you pretty much a slave to these jobs to make this mortgage payment, right?
Yeah.
But when
Absolutely.
you got that biggest expense, you're not going to stress about that job as much, because you could go get another job and your light bill, your water bill, your little stuff is paid. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because the biggest
Absolutely.
expenses is over with.
Right.
But
Right.
so basically it almost sounds like freedom, you
Right.
know?
I'm gonna twist it up a little bit. What about
So,
your people that are out there? And I hear this a lot from customers. Like I said, whenever people sign up for Sturgis Credit Repair, I mostly market for people who are trying to use their credit to purchase a home, because eventually that is going to eliminate their biggest debt or their biggest expense. And eventually they can no longer have that mortgage, or, not have a housing expense, don't have to pay a mortgage, don't have to pay rent, and majority of the money can go towards investment and retirement after the fact. So a lot of people tell me, oh, well, I'm gonna just continue renting, or I'm not gonna worry about paying my house off anytime soon, because eventually you're never gonna own a home, because you still have property taxes and you still have home insurance and things like that. If you don't pay your property tax, the government can just take your home. So I kind of understand the mindset of some of these people. And look, we can argue that there's nothing in this life that we're going to own. We're going to die,
mhm,
and that item is just going to go to the next person or next agency or next consumer, right? So
yeah,
what I'm getting at, I would much rather, pay property taxes a few $100s through the year, or even if it's a little over $1,000 or whatever it is throughout the year, and then home insurance, than paying $2,000 or $3,000 every single month for a mortgage. I think a lot of these people are in a situation to where they're so far behind, and they just don't want to see themselves doing better. They don't want to see themselves using credit to get them out of debt sooner by paying off their mortgage eventually. And a lot of people just give up and they're like, oh, yeah, I don't see myself not being in debt. So it's pointless to pay off something eventually because if you don't pay your taxes, then they can just take it. That just seems backwards. I would much rather have a paid off mortgage. And the only thing I have to worry about is property taxes once a year, right? So, I mean, how do you feel about that when some people are like, oh, I'm not worrying about paying off a mortgage because I'm still going to owe something on it?
So what I would do is I would put it in a perspective they could relate to, which is a car note.
Yeah.
Majority of people had to get car notes. I'd be like, all right, you got to pay insurance every month, right?
Yeah. Good,
What
good
about that
idea.
car note? Don't it feel good when you don't have a car note?
Exactly.
Not think, don't it feel good? You
Yep.
just paying insurance.
Yeah.
Some
That's
people
the
do it
only
every
thing.
6 months. All you got to worry about is the insurance.
Right. I
That's
mean,
it.
yeah, like some of
But
these
you,
guys, they out here with $1,200 truck notes, and I'm sure they would be glad to not have a $1,200 truck note, and the only thing that they have is, a $150 a month insurance bill, opposed to over $1,000 a month in car payments.
yeah.
So I think what it is, a home just costs so much more money than a vehicle, and it's hundreds of thousands of dollars, and a lot of people don't see themselves paying that off, so they just use the excuse of, oh, well, you're still going to owe taxes, you're never going to own a home, so it's pointless paying it off. I think a lot of people use that to try and justify their way of never getting out of debt with a home.
Stirgus credit repair. Stirgus credit repair. If you want a new house, call us.